Hey, what's going on? I'm Illegal Mist, and today we're going to be doing a little update just so that you all can see where my account's at and kind of talk through what I'm doing in the game right now. So, as you all are well aware, we have the Zinogre Blademaster fusion going on, or fragment event. So, I am going to be pushing for that mainly because one, I like Monster Hunter, and two, I want to have her just in case we need her for City of Centranos. So, I'm going to be doing this. I pretty much did the summon rush this morning. I didn't record a video because I feel like my past videos have pretty much all been summon events, so I wanted to kind of steer clear of that. I figured it would be cool to have like a more chill video, kind of like my day in the life videos used to be. But yeah, we didn't get too much. We did get Sir Artemage, and I was looking at his A1 with the 50% chance of decreased defense and decreased speed, which I think could be pretty useful depending on where we need him. Like potentially Iron Twins, he could be pretty decent just because he brings the decreased speed. But the other champions, I think I have like a million Captain Tamillas. Pitiless one really doesn't do anything, and then a extra Royal Guard. But I think I have. I'm pretty sure I have one that's level 50 or 60. Um, Not quite 60, but 6 star and fully booked out, and I haven't built him for anything. So I might save this one just in case there's like something like I don't know. Royal Guard's a really good champion, and especially with the A3 ability, he could potentially come in again for City of Centranos, and with the decreased turn meter, it's pretty clutch. So maybe that. I'm also thinking with the free gear removal, I did I ended up getting the 5 star for Sun Wukong. Sorry to completely lose track of what I was saying, but the I don't know where it is, but the tournament that we had for Soul Chase. So I really wanted to get these shards, and I was kind of short. I think I was like I don't know 100 or so short, and I saw Sun Wukong pull up in the Soul Merchant, and I said, well. I've had about 300 of the tier 2 essence for a while now. I'm not going to do anything with them because I didn't have anyone that I really wanted to get the 6 star for yet. So I was like, I mean, I use Wukong literally every day in arena, especially 3v3 and stuff. So let me get his 5 star, which right now I have temporal chains on him. So I got that, and then I have those prisms right now, and I'm at 35. So, in theory, this ends in 16 hours and 41 minutes. And the Soul Chase tournament, I think it's done, but I thought it had a time where like this event disappears. Oh yeah, it says rewards expire in 2 days. So, I should be able to pick those up after the current summon ends. And what I'm going to do, I'm trying to really stock up. I'm thinking if they don't do a guaranteed from Sacreds or Ancients for the new Archer, which she is what, a barbarian. If they don't do a guaranteed for her, then I'm thinking they might do something like 100 of those, like primal frag, whatever those fragment things are called. There's too many currencies in the game now. If they do 100 of them, I'll be set up pretty decently. I'll have a pretty good amount, and then I'm assuming that they'll do some events with some extra ones for them. So I'm just trying to keep my options open. I also have 249 ancients as well. So I've got the ancients and the sacreds in case they do it. If they did it for primals, like I don't know, 20, they would never do 20 primals for a guaranteed Lego, but if they did something like that, I wouldn't be able to do it. But yeah, so that's where we're looking on that. For Curse City right now, I'm gonna be making my way while we have the free regear. I want to be fighting Amius as soon as possible. So I made my way over here yesterday, and this double boss was actually kind of tough with my account. So what I think I'm gonna do is either regear one of my Staltus so that he's built for damage, because right now he's just built really slow in Stone Skin, or I might just like the team doesn't die, but the issue is that the spider keeps staying alive, refilling its health, and I'm not really able to do anything about it. And I don't feel like building up like Rosin or, Lenothril or anyone that I kind of have. So I could always build a Staltis for damage. I could even do Staltis with a destroy set so that I can destroy the HP for the Scarab so that he dies pretty easily. I don't really have any issues with him though, so I'm just kind of playing my options. I don't think I have any HP burners that I know of. But that would probably be the next thing. Of course, if you had an AoE HP burner, and I think there's a couple pretty good champions from these factions that people can slot in that will really help. But unfortunately, I don't really have anything. So it's just going to be more of a grind for my account than anything else. Oh, I do have 2 Sir Artemages, so yeah, so I kind of made my way over there, and then I was like, I don't really feel like spending 20 minutes to watch if this run finishes, so I kind of did out the math to see which direction to go, and so I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to grab this one next, which shouldn't be too difficult, especially with a Mordecai. I got this 4-star Drex from the most recent Soul Chase, which is super nice, and then, of course, the 2 Sisias also makes it easy to take down the Frost Spider. Whoops. So that one shouldn't be any difficult, or difficult. And then up here for this one with the Hard Spider and the Magma Dragon, I've got the Vogoths to keep me alive. I've got a Valk, and then I'll just have to build up my Drang. And he's not booked right now, but he's completely ungeared because I ended up using Artak and Tyrant for my Ice Golem hard team. I was gonna slot him in, but then I ended up getting the 5-star for Tyrant for the blessing, so figured that protected Brimstone was better than using Drang, and that team's 100% for me. So yeah, so this one should be easy too. It'd be something kind of like this, just like literally I just stay alive the whole time. I put her in just because of the shields, but I guess if we have Valk, it doesn't matter. And yeah, so that one should be really easy for me as well. And then for Amius, I'm thinking that UDK is going to be a really big player because if I'm not mistaken, the boss on his second form, the big hit that he does, ignores defense, damage increases for each debuff on the enemy. But I think this is the one that we're kind of afraid of because he'll instantly activate his other skill, which I think it sleeps your team. But if you have UDK in there and your UDK is really tanky, which mine's got 86k HP, and then he also has a 2-star blessing, so a little bit of help from that, you can bring in really squishy champions. So I could bring in Nishak if I wanted to. So if any of you are having some issues with it, I would definitely recommend bringing in UDK, and then like if you have a champion like Bad L who can put heals on him, that'd be great. Or just really like anyone else that can kind of keep him healed up would be really good. So yeah, I think it should be a much easier rotation, especially if we have like Vogoths. Like Vogoth is so good for that passive healing. We have champions like Godseeker, but for my team personally, it will probably be something along these lines with Morgan, of course, the increased speed, steals buffs, decrease accuracy, and then the decreased speed, which I don't think the boss can get, but of course, the heal reduction that can't be removed is the most important part. So it would probably just really, really quickly be something along these lines, and then I could bring in someone like Eurost. I could bring in Pinthroy if I need him, but I feel like I have so many options. Like even Bad L, like probably actually Bad L would come in because he has the cleanse and the heals and the poisons on the boss. So maybe something like this. I'm not really sure. But I think, like I said, it should be really easy for my account. I know, obviously, a lot of people aren't going to have most of these champions, but if you've been playing for a while and you did them, these 3 were all guaranteed. Even an Arbiter, if you wanted to, you could change up her gear, make her more tanky, and then I think you'd be fine. So, yeah, so that's what we're looking at for Amius. And what else on the account? Doom Tower's been going good. Pretty much just working my way up to get the voids. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we've got going on the account right now. So definitely, I would say if you can, go for the fusion. This champion, she seems okay. Like I don't think like I wouldn't spend money to get her. I think she looks really cool. Like I love the blades that she has, and then getting like all the extra hits and stuff I think is really cool. It looked like from the other content creators that I watched, the passive is kind of bugged. I think it was MTG Jedi did a video of her on Sand Devil, and she wasn't able to heal up to the 50% HP uh, on this active skill. So I think if she had that with Regen and Immortal, I think she might be able to come in if she has like a 5 or 6 star blessing on Sand Devil. She might be able to work on stage. I think it's 24 is her good affinity. What is she? She's blue. So yeah, so she'd be able to work for stage 24, which would be kind of good. Of course, stage 25 is the best one, and I'm running that Blizzard team that was showed off. So my Blizzard is working really well. It's actually between 2 and 2.5 minutes for me, which is really nice. And then for my Phantom Shogun team, I'm just running a pretty standard team with the Gnarlhorn and Paragon for the unkillable, and then a couple damage dealers. The nice thing is, because I have Blizzard coming in on stage 25 now, I can re-gear my Ninja and my Godseeker. The Godseeker build is pretty nice because she's super, super tanky and she has good speed too. So I kind of like her in this build, but it's like some of my best regen gear. So I kind of want to switch it up a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, so pretty much the biggest things for my account, I'm trying to get this fusion done, and I'm trying to set myself up for success for the Archer in case we can get her through some semi free to play accessible ways if we set ourselves up well. And then I know they're also doing the guaranteed or yeah, this guy, the Blade Master. I think he looks really cool actually. I think a lot of people are undervaluing what he can do, especially with this A1 with the 55% and then 60% if you get Sniper Mastery to increase the duration of 2 random buffs. I think that is like really, really good. If you pair him up with ally attackers, you'll keep your buffs up pretty much the whole time. But of course, the cleanse and block debuffs without being able to have this stolen for Hydra is pretty big. I don't know necessarily that he's gonna be like a top champion, but again, I think for something where you're going in, Knights Revenant, he's a support and a um, well, whatever the heck that affinity is called. I can't even remember. Spirit. I don't know. Drang is HP, so he wouldn't work. Cavalac's attack. So really, like you have Tomb Lord and Tio, but if he's a guaranteed champion, I think it would be very well worth it. And that, wow, I didn't realize his aura is at 30% in dungeons, so that's also really good with that high base speed. That's pretty significant too. So I would say if you can, it's really tough because they set it up well where the his guaranteed event I think runs from the 20 something to the 22nd. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me a sec. Okay, so I was actually just looking and it looks like they actually took down the let me pull this up real quick. They took down the exact dates for the Archer and the Blade Master, but I do have from my Discord, which if anyone wants to join, feel free. We always are chit-chatting in there, making fun of people and stuff, having a good time. But so her event was from the 22nd till the 27th, and I believe that the Blade Master ended on the 22nd. So my hope is that we can find like literally just like a 1 hour block where they overlap or something, which they've done in the past for a couple events before. I think it's just like kind of an accident on their part. But if we're able to, it would be so big if you're able to go in, do the Heroes Path event where I'm assuming we're gonna have to pull shards for him while also pulling the guaranteed for her. If that's how it works out, that's what I'm hoping for in my mind at least. But yeah, so definitely that's what I'm gonna be trying to do. I might even set an alarm on my phone to wake up at like 4 in the morning or whatever just for it. Just because I think she's like literally my most wanted champion now. I know some of you might not know this, but I don't have Nut because I didn't play when his fusion came out. and that was pretty unfortunate. But what he was my most wanted before her, but I think she's actually my most wanted now. And I even went for the Fire Knight skin for Nut because I said one day I'll get him, hopefully, and I'll have that sweet skin for him. So yeah, so the account's looking pretty good. We've got a couple champions that I want to build up for the city of Centranos, but otherwise I'm kind of just chilling, doing the fusion. Nothing too crazy going on in my real life. My wife is 37 weeks pregnant, and if you don't know, 40 weeks is like when they say, okay, we're like gonna induce you, you're gonna have the baby. So just less than a month now, and we're gonna have our first baby on the way. It's a girl, which is cool. And yeah, waiting for the new rotations. Our Hydra Clash is going well. We had some pretty huge keys. Look at this. Not that one. This one. Wait, is it the same one? I don't know. This one on normal, where he did 14 billion damage or whatever it is. I can't even count that high. But just absolutely crazy numbers from Trunda. But yeah, I mean, you get rid of the corpulent cadaver teams and people make other teams, so whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to give you all an update for Curse City and all that stuff going on in my account. Let me know if there's any sort of videos you guys want. I want to make some RSL Helper kind of updated videos, so if there's anything specific that you all are looking for, let me know. But yeah, just a quick update. Hope you guys are having a great time. The game, I think, is in a pretty good spot. And if you haven't seen, they officially posted something about the Fortis buff. Let me pull that up real quick. I know it's super, super small. Let me see if I can. There we go. In the next major update, they're going to be rebalancing Angar and Fortis. And then also the permanent super raids, which is really cool. Let me move myself out of the way. Click on myself. That's not me. Boom, move me over here. Yeah, so they're going to be doing permanent super raids for the main dungeons, but also for Sand Devil and Phantom Shogun. So I think that's going to be huge, especially for accounts like mine. And I think it's also going to help a lot the people that are running the slower Sand Devil or Shogun teams. Having super raids is really going to help you a lot. So that's really great to see. And yeah, I hope they keep doing that. I really hope that eventually they make it so that we can get Dungeon Divers points for that, and it would help a lot because I run a lot of these dungeons and don't care about the gear or anything. So yeah, that's all I've got, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.